Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Mervin. Thank you for joining us. Topping the headlines, St. Joseph MP calls for more initiatives within the tourism industry. His Excellency Larry Leon Palmer is a new U.S. ambassador to Dominica, and the president of the NYC calls on adults to support the island's youths. All these stories and more when National Focus returns. Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. His Excellency Larry Leon Palmer is the new U.S. ambassador to Dominica. The ambassador presented his letters of credentials to Dominica's head of state, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool, on Wednesday during the ceremony at the President's office in Monbruce.
Our long and vibrant history with Dominica goes back centuries earlier to when some of our first settlers among the ship Godspeed, bound for Jamestown, spent 3 days in Portsmouth in March 1607. It is a source of great pride that our relationship has remained strong over the years. And on behalf of President Obama, I would like to express the deep value we place on our continuing friendship with the Commonwealth of Dominica and our ongoing commitment to working with you as equal partners. The United States has been with the Commonwealth of Dominica from the beginning, and we will always be with the Commonwealth of Dominica. Our two nations share a commitment to democratic ideals and strategic interests that span issues of human rights, regional security, socioeconomic development, and global climate change. As partners, our work on these important issues is based on mutual respect and a mutual interest to better the lives of Dominicans and Americans alike. I'm especially heartened by our productive partnership to increase citizen safety and reduce illicit trafficking through the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative. Your Excellency, I look forward to my task of being a custodian of our vibrant relationship. I am grateful for the hospitality the Commonwealth of Dominica has shown the United States over the years, and for your hospitality in receiving me today.
Dominica's president, His Excellency Dr. Liverpool, welcomed the new U.S. diplomat to the island and is hopeful that this will lead to the continuation of relations between Dominica and the United States of America.
We look forward to the strengthening of mutual cooperation in areas of common interest and to even closer ties as we continue in our search for a brighter future for us all. Since the formalizing of ties between our countries in 1979, Dominica has been the beneficiary of assistance from the United States of America. This has greatly contributed to our national development effort. It is my sincere hope that Dominica will continue to benefit from your country's expertise and that of your people, and the opportunity of building and deepening international goodwill. Together, we can continue working to expand our trade and investment opportunities and cooperate effectively to protect and preserve the environment and to explore cooperation in the areas of agriculture and education. Your Excellency, we are grateful for the assistance which the government of the United States of America extends to the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative that focuses on increasing citizen safety and reducing illicit trafficking. Our cooperation with your country in the international arena can be counted upon, and we look forward to providing continued support for the candidacy of the United States of America on various international bodies in appropriate circumstances.
His Excellency Palmer is the 16th U.S. ambassador to Dominica. At the recently held National Youth Council Awards ceremony, adults were urged to remove the masks that hinder youth development in Dominica. Chairperson of the NYCD, Fenella Wenham, in her remarks said that Dominican youths are ready to work towards change, but persons must remove the disguises that impede that progress. Wenham said that often the youth turn to persons who promise support but are discouraged to find none.
Sometimes the 16-year-old turns for help only to find out that it was all a masquerade. Today, that 16-year-old echoes the words of one of our upcoming Calypsonians. Take off the mask. The masks towards the development of young people have to be removed. We have some older persons beyond youth who love the young people, and we are grateful. They admire the youth, but sometimes they love the young people for the wrong reasons. Stop the sexual exploitation of especially our young ladies for jobs and empty promises. Stop the exploitation at jobs, saying that we are young and that we will have time to be where you are. Who says that we want it to take this long? Stop using our young people as scapegoats for your inadequacies and irresponsibility. Take off your mask towards the development of young people.
The National Youth Awards was first initiated in 2005, and this year's theme was recognizing the contributions of our Dominican youth. Awards were presented in over 15 categories. The Feast for Farmers St. Isidore was celebrated in the two communities of Saint-Sever and Granby last weekend. Granby's festivities were highlighted by a Mass at the St. Patrick's Catholic Church. GIS News was present at that lively Mass, which was primarily in Patois. The service was also in honor of Dominica's President, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool, who is also a son of Granby. Baskets of produce were paraded down the aisle by women and children in national wear, singing and dancing to a Creole song listing all the produce grown in Dominica. Members of Cabinet were also part of the large congregation, thanking God for everyday gifts. The Feast of St. Isidore is so named in memory of a humble farmer who took a vow to serve God and was a model example of Christian behavior. 5 farmers were recognized for their hard work and dedication to the trade. Those farmers were Ernest Laura of Petit Savan, Cecil Regis of Pichelay, Peter Defoe of Tetmon, Barbarita Gregoire of Granby, and Flora Tousse, also of Granby. At the end of the Mass, His Excellency the President was recognized with an award of appreciation. Meantime, the chairman of the Granby Village Council, Lelwyn Richard, was very satisfied with the outcome of St. Isidore celebrations in his community. In an interview with GIS News, Richard said that the objectives of the council were met.
The council is going ahead and organize activities which will stimulate socio and economic benefits to the community, as well as boost community tourism. We anticipated a right turnout, and indeed we did receive quite a bit of visitors to our community during this event.
In addition to the church mass, other activities included a Creole bonanza, a broth on the boulevard, an exhibition, a culture concert, a domino competition, and a steel pan concert. Honorable Justina Charles, parliamentary representative for that constituency, envisions bigger and better St. Isidore Feast to come following this year's success. Honorable Charles was pleased with the participation and overall organization of the celebrations. She commended the village council and the church committee for their work, while emphasizing that more persons should participate in the preparation process. The Granby Power Rep encouraged the many young people who displayed their talents last weekend to continue working at developing these skills and motivating other youths to do the same. The Minister for Culture revealed that plans are already in focus for St. Isidore 2014, since that would mark 40 years since the Geneva Uprising.
I want to commend the Granby persons for the way that they conduct themselves during those things. And I know quite a few visitors came up. I want to thank them. And that is just the beginning of things to come, because every year we hope that we can make it better. And as I speak, we are already thinking of 2014, if it's God's will, because hope in 2014 at Isidore time, we are hoping to commemorate 40 years of the Geneva Uprising. And so this year, Isidore in Grand Bay will be of a very, very, very high magnitude. So we are beginning to plan for 2014, but that does not mean to say that 2013 will not be even better than what happened this year. But we are looking at the future with hoping that we'll get greater participation and more support from the community. But all in all, I think I want to commend everybody for the work that they've done so far, the church committee, the village council, and other organizers within the community. But I think it went well, and I am impressed with the church turnout. I want to also thank the visitors who came up. Quite a few persons came, and we are always happy to meet them and so that they can enjoy what Grand Bay persons have to offer, our hospitality, our local dishes and everything. So I am really impressed.
In other news, Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Calvert Darrow, wants tourism service providers to develop new initiatives to attract more visitors to the island. Darrow made the comment as he addressed the official opening of the Dominica Community Tourism Association's trade show last weekend.
Throughout community tourism, we also have to look at new initiatives. And I say this because too many times we tend to narrow our thinking as it relates to the tourists. And we have to understand that there are a number of activities and new ways, new methods that we can look at that can attract a greater number of tourists to our shores. And I want to challenge the Ministry of Tourism this afternoon. And the Minister is here, his PS is here, the Chairman of the DDA is here as well. Especially here in Mero. We have the best beach in Dominica. But we do not want only the tourists to just come here on Mero Beach and just walk around or just go for a swim. One of the initiatives that I'm proposing to you is that of water sport. And I believe here at the beach in Mero, we can look at putting a program in place that can encourage tourists to take part in water sport, whatever it may be. It may be water skiing, it may be kayaking, and the list can go on and on and on. But this is one of the things that I believe we have to build upon to ensure that we have greater numbers of tourists coming to our shores, because we have to provide the opportunities. We have to provide the tourists with the services that they require, so when they come to our shores, they can enjoy themselves.
Meanwhile, Trade Minister Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre called on local manufacturers to pay more attention to the packaging of their products.
Dominica has a serious biodiversity. The Waiti-Kuguli National Trail, I'm just reading through some of the programs there in terms of what we have to offer. We have so much to offer in Dominica. There are different products here. What I'd like us to continue to do is look at the packaging of these products. It is critical that we package these products properly.
The Tourism Minister, Honorable Ian Douglas, continues to spare no effort in promoting the natural beauty of the island. He told the tourism service providers last weekend in Mero that Dominicans have quite a lot to be proud of.
Our unique and natural geographical attributes have been the element of fascination that have lured men from distant lands to our shores from the beginning of time. And these are the attractions that are still mesmerizing them today. Our rugged, unspoiled beauty, which to foreigners may have seemed like a disadvantage to develop in the typical tourism destination of probably what we have come to know as sun, sand, and sea. But these characteristics that we possess, which in the past may have been a disadvantage, I think today is our greatest attribute and our comparative advantage. And this is what gives us the right to call our land the nature island of the world.
And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Agence Petite et Small Business Unit tient une consultation aujourd'hui à Katagite Monde qui est engagé en entreprise en Dominique. Organisation Caribbean Export, OAS et puis Université Texas San Antonio en l'Amérique faciliter consultation là. Il expecte que consultation san là bas participants information pour un modèle de l'Université San Antonio qui prend en considération image Dominique. Monsieur Leroy Daniel, c'est officier agence Petite Entreprise Dominique.
Tout en la terre, une petit business, monde qui a vendre anti-boutique, bon chemin, qui fait des fois garder business pour garder en famille, pour voir les enfants à l'école. So, en l'Amérique, à San Antonio, Texas, il y a un special programme qui qui opérate tout en Amérique. Et c'est mon ça dans l'université ça aller continuer le programme ça pour Sud-Amérique, Latin-Amérique, South America et puis Caribbean. Et Dominique c'est pas pièce exception, ok?
En d'autres nouvelles, association Community Tourist, ça créé Dominica Community Tourism Association, tient un trade show à ces plages Miro Weekend qui passe. Trade show ça là exposé plusieurs produits qui à la place locale qui touristes peuvent tuer. Ministre Tourist Honorable Ian Douglas fait parole comment trade show ça là est autant unique comme moun tape opportunité showcase produits ailleurs. Et de ça même, on l'autre manière où la gouvernement Dominique a continué à montrer commitment pour l'industrie touriste pays là. Honorable Douglas dit succès industrie touriste qui dépend à ce monde qui a un bon service à la place là. Même parlement pour Miro, Honorable Kelva Daru, ensemble et puis ministre commodité Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre aussi délivré l'adresse. Ministre McIntyre en parole et délivré dit que le gouvernement Dominique paquet de bout point aisé et puis moun qui a essayé de détruire l'industrie là, quand l'économie pays là, qui dépend autant à soi. L'office qui a responsabilité pour les affaires des désastres en Dominique, a observé semaine sans la Hazard Awareness Week. Il a déjà commencé à sensibiliser le public là, bagaille mitigation qui concerne des désastres. Officiers qui joignent et puis médias à dans une manière, ils ont disséminé information qui concerne des désastres par public là, ça qui prend place à jeudi. Ils ont aussi joignent et puis public là à vendredi.
Parce que les médias, si nous parlons de médias, nous avons des médias, nous avons des print et des radio. Si nous parlons avec eux pour nos discussions, nous discuter avec eux, comment ça fait. You know, nous avons des informations contre ça fait comme médias pour bah mon plein information contre des affaires cyclones, des affaires désastres, des bagailles comme ça, pour taper audio information contre ça nous ça Office of Disaster, local government, fire, c'est les autres institutions là, ça fait pour faire bagaille la plus meilleure, you know, en manière pour par mon information. So nous qui jouer avec médias là.
Et puis finalement, National Youth Council Dominic Chen Ceremony où là, ils ont awardé plusieurs jeunesses moun pour achievement en différentes catégories. Président Council là, Fenel Wenham, qui est assis grand moun en population là, pour garder jeunes moun comme moun qui savent faire contribution pour le développement pays là. Et des jeunes moun pas oui pour travail, mais ils ont besoin de support grand moun en société là. À de manière pour développer quoi ailleurs selon mademoiselle Wenham. Wenham dit plusieurs temps jeune monde qui a demandé pour support et puis il a bien désappointé manière monde qui a traité. Mademoiselle Wenham a one qui est pour plus coopération entre jeunesse et puis grand monde en société là. Messieurs et mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
When we come back, we'll bring you a few upcoming events and the government notices. Do stay with us.
Let your spirit take to flight. Let your heart run free and wild. Find your soul in Dominica, the nature isle.
Time now for a few government notices. The Dominica Social Security advises that the actuary engaged to conduct the 11th actuarial review of the fund is currently on island to begin his field work for the said review. As part of the field work, it is necessary that he consults with several stakeholders to get their input on the review process. Members of the public wishing to raise concerns with the actuary are therefore invited to an open forum at 4:30 p.m. on Thursday, May 31, upstairs the Dominica Public Service Union building. All concerned are asked to take note. The Ministry of Information, Telecommunications and Constituency Empowerment invites applications from suitably qualified candidates to fill the position of Information Officer at the Government Information Service. The core functions of the position include collecting information from various government departments to keep the public informed of important current events, preparing radio or television programs in both English and local dialects, assisting with the removing of still photographs, video camera operations and editing of television programs. Qualifications required: a bachelor's degree, diploma or certificate in mass communication or in any other related field from an accredited university, a minimum of 1 year experience in carrying out research and excellent oral and written communication and interpersonal skills, ability to correctly interpret and reproduce ideas expressed in conversation and written form, and the ability to speak the Creole language. Applications including only certified copies of professional certificates, detailed curriculum vitae, and 2 letters of reference should be submitted to the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information, Telecommunications and Constituency Empowerment, Government Headquarters, Roseau, Commonwealth of Dominica, in sealed envelopes marked confidential, to reach no later than Thursday, May 31, 2012. Additional information can be obtained from the Ministry at email address information@dominica.gov.dm or pssechousing@dominica.gov.dm, or you could call them at telephone number 266-3294 or 3507. Interested public officers should apply for the heads of department. Delegates and other invited persons are reminded of the second biennial general meeting of the DADA, called for Thursday, May 31, 2012 at the Public Service Training Center on the Bayfront from 9 a.m. Please make every effort to attend and to be on time. The National Parks Unit of the Forestry Division wishes to inform the general public, particularly visitors and tourism stakeholders, that the access to the Emerald Pool will be closed effective Monday 21st May to Monday 4th June 2012 in order to facilitate urgent upgrading work at the entrance to the Emerald Pool. However, during the construction period, visitors to the ecotourism site will be allowed to view the Emerald Pool from the first viewpoint on the trail. The Forestry Parks Division sincerely apologizes for any inconveniences that may be caused. The general public is notified that the names of persons considered deserving of an honor for meritorious service to the state of Dominica shall be submitted to the Cabinet Secretary no later than 30th June 2012. Recommendations should be forwarded on the confidential cover to the Secretary to the Cabinet, Cabinet Secretariat, Office of the Prime Minister, Financial Center, Kennedy Avenue, Roseau, or email to allportg@dominica.gov.dm. Up next, your tip of the day. Remember, foods are not good or bad. Select foods based on your total eating patterns, not whether any individual food is good or bad. Don't feel guilty if you love foods such as apple pie, potato chips, candy bars, or ice cream. Eat them in moderation and choose other foods to provide the balance and variety that are vital to good health. And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions or comments. Feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm, or you could visit our website at news.gov.dm, or you could visit our GIS Dominica page on YouTube and Facebook. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin Matthew. Thank you for watching.
Boy, you know what a tsunami is?
A tsunami, c'est les amis ou sous.
What a sort?
I say all sorts of things. Si vous parlez de ça, a tsunami, c'est les namusu.
Boy, you have to take it serious, boy. Feel this, boy. You're too drunk. Tsunami is serious. Let me hear what a real tsunami would feel like.
Aye! Ah! We want it.
No, my friend. Upokone. this is just a taste of what a real tsunami feel like. Because I point away, your life depends on that.
Why? So c'est ça qui fait ces moun la hod Sri Lanka, Japan avec ces places là?
My friend, you're right. A tsunami is swift, it is sudden, and it's deadly.
Il can balayer tout ça qui en chemin.
All you after an earthquake, listen carefully to me. Open your eyes, open your ears. Move swiftly, move speedily. Run! I tell you, run.
Ou
panijeta, I say, run! It's like Solomon.
Toute l'école, toute famille, tout travail, tout monde supposé savoir right now where you running to Sultano tsunami kavini.
This is not a joke.
Why, Franklin? I hold the table. I want you to take it seriously. Eh? This is not a joke.
Tsunami is no joke. Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We go in higher. How come you see our Department of Disaster Preparedness ici?
It's a message from the Management Office of Disaster in Dominica. Take it seriously.
Tsunami, c'est pas pour moi qui a fait wadi sous.
You hear that?
C'est pas Tiglo no more with Tobe Dominic and no flood. Remember? You talking to me? No, I'm talking to Thaddeus.
When I'm talking to Theophas, this body qui created Dominic built within it natural drains cause a glow can descend and la mer doucement.
But man again, il y a voltige avait jeté les restes concrete.
Avec sable, avec toute qualité bagay, nasty ici in our rivers and our drains.
And Philip, Patricia, Lucia, as for those old stove and fridge, you can even voltage in the but places of lay.
If you see, I had the power to put on a light switch now. Ou take away valet vieux fridge, valet TV qui can come only in valleys and rivers and ravines all around Dominica.
And so the same old mentality of fling, fly, voltige and jeter, n'importe place, that have to stop.
You see you, Theophas, you should have your foot. If you have to go in Roseau, you have to put your rubber boots.
And what happened in Maho, Masak and Layo shows clearly that our rivers, valleys and our ravines will not take it no more. Safini, Hypokwaze, they will retaliate. Because tout power la ukatan about Dominica is a mountainous country and we cannot have flood. Who fooled you?
That is a thing of the past.
All the way past. Bayotibo.
A message from the Office of Disaster Management in Dominica.
Hollywood may be funny, but take it seriously.
Let your spirit take to flight. Let your heart run free and wild. Find your soul in Dominica, the nature
Together we build, together we strive. We see it all on your Government Information Service, Channel 7. This is the Government Information Service, bringing you all that you need to know about all that's happening in your country's development. GIS, you and your channel.